Welcome back to Survival World. Got a busy episode today. We're going to be finishing off the East End subway, working inside the museum, creating a slime farm, and creating a nice garden so I can give it away to one of you guys. So, let's sit back in Minecraft. Okay, so just over here by the subway station in the centre of the city, and can I just say thank you all very much for the support in that video. Unexpected, unbelievable. Like I said in that video, we're going to spend some time working on these edge parts because they do look quite strange and it'd be good to just get that entire side looking good. But before we do that, we're going to spend some time up here creating this square in which I was talking about, which I want to give away to one of you guys because I like giving away things to you guys just as a thanks and for you guys to be more part of these videos and the world. So let's jump on a subway back to the East End and get some materials. If you missed the last video, you should definitely check it out, but this is the subway and we're going to spend some time working on the return direction. But for now, let's jump across to the East End. Yeah, this thing is a lot of fun. We're going to spend some time on this subway as well, create this sort of minecart refilling station because yeah, that barrel's full and I just kind of let the minecarts despawn. I'm just going to run up to base, get some materials, then we'll start work on that garden. Okay, I'd say that this little area looks quite good. I changed my mind on the iron bars, I replaced it with leaves as you can see. I think that looks so much nicer, much greener, much better. Next, I want to run back into the museum because I asked you guys what we should do with the empty stage inside of the museum. And Hollow Buzzard came up with an amazing idea. And it was to have a battle scene with a wall, a sort of mossy stone wall, and inside of a mossy field, which I thought was just so cool. So that's what we're going to do here. And I've got all the materials on me, got some more stuff in the ender chest. That's what we're going to do here. It's going to look pretty good, so let's build that. Okay, I think this has turned out perfectly. I hope you're happy, Hollow Buzzard, because I certainly am. You've got the mossy carpets, you've got this wall, and this guy's jumping onto this guy with an axe in hand. This guy's ready to defend with his shield. I mean, I think it just looks so cool. So a very good suggestion, so thanks very much. And now it's time to work on the side parts of the central subway station. I think I'm just going to continue this brick theme all the way round, and maybe the entire length, I'm not sure. We're definitely going to take it round the corner though, because I think that'll look quite nice, especially when you're coming up from this road here. And yeah, a brick corner would look good there. So we'll do the same on this side, that side, and we'll see how far we take it back. But for now, I'm not too sure, and we're just going to experiment and see how it goes. Okay, that's me created both corners and I must say they look so much better and they just work insanely well in these intersections. We're running up Moorcrow Street and we just met with this. I think that looks quite phenomenal. Something I did which is quite cool, you might think it looks a bit strange but I couldn't find any other better way to do it, but this subway entrance, it was just a blank wall, so I put the text subway, only yeah, it doesn't look too good. The S and the B, I mean, you know what it's trying to say, but it's just a struggle trying to get it to fit in those signs. But I must say, it works incredibly well. And then this side, I didn't have enough room to put the text, so this side just looks quite good on its own. So I'm happy with that. And yeah, this side is just exactly the same as around the other side, only this corner is actually slightly bigger. So I've put in this nice glass pane, and it just looks quite rounded. I really like it. I think it looks quite good. So what's next on this to-do list? I'm thinking we're going to make a slime farm in there, because we might as well utilise the space. I think we could just knock a door through these diorite walls, maybe? Maybe we'll have an exit or an entrance from the other side? From the outside rather? I think just knocking a door inside of these diorite walls is the best course of action, and just have in there the slime farm. It's a very unique design by Silent Whisperer and it's a very small design as well, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, I've created this very nice room just next to the East End subway, And when we go in, yeah, it's just a very nice space, and this will house our slime farm. Really nice corner window here as well, and it looks great when you're walking down the street and you just see something through these windows. But this has to be the easiest farm you could possibly make in Minecraft. This is all you need, and I've got some more than enough resources. I think it's just a case of putting a dispenser there, place these walls all the way around, you place a trapdoor on top, break that, place a button there, replace that stone with a nice bit of dark oak, and that's all we need for the farm. Now, I can't say that's all we need. There's one very important ingredient that we need now, which is a slime block to get the oozing bottles. So we jump into the subway, and now luckily I had loads of slime blocks left over from time to time when I'd go and raid the slime farm. So I'm just going to take a good couple, and I think we also need some gunpowder. I should have gunpowder at the potion farm, well, brewery building. I don't know if I've showed this in the world tour, but it's a very nice potion place, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's just over here in the East End, just opposite the park, is that building there, which is very easy to get to. I mean, it's just around the corner, and we'll just cut across the grass as well. Yeah, but down the bottom floor, I've got my warped fungus farm. I can just put bone meal in here, it dispenses that, it moves back and forth, gets me loads and loads of warped and crimson stuff. And upstairs is my potion brewery place. So first things first, we need some bottles, and then we need some nether wart. And that nether wart, whilst that's ticking upstairs, we've got my nether wart farm, and you have an amazing view of the park this side. Look at the church, I cannot wait to build another church because they are fun to build. And from this side, we have looking over the East End Industrial Hub, which is such a cool place, I think. This window's not the best, and I've got a little secret part as well, which leads down to the cactus farm. And that building's where the wool farm is, and the bamboo building as well. You can see the tops of the bamboo through the skylight. But that's now done. We've got some awkward potions. So I put a slime block. Yes, there we go. But yeah, this window as well. A very good view. Next to it is the library, I believe. It should be the library. If we jump into third person, yes. The library was a building which I started a long time ago and didn't really continue, but here we are. We've got potions of oozing. Now we need some splash potions of them. And this is what we're going to use to get loads and loads and loads of slime blocks. Now there is one more thing that we need, I mean that's loads and loads of armor stands. You see, the oozing potion affects the armor stands, and that then spawns slimes. So we're going to have to harvest the bamboo farm, which is always a cool looking thing. I believe the windows are on the second floor. No, they're not, they're on the first floor. Yeah, look at that, just cut them down. And then that last row gets harvested again in the way back. Quite a satisfying machine this, and look how fast the bamboo grows. I mean, they just grew back instantly. There's another one. Now this is another farm designed by Silent Whisperer. I've just more adapted it for this part in the town. And you can see some old terrain as well. This is where the terrain was originally. Some old grass, and I've just built around it. All the bamboo gets funneled down underneath the floors, all the way up through this water pipe, and then into these barrels. We're going to run back to the base, get some stone slabs so we can craft up some armor stands, and then we'll be ready to do the first test of the slime farm. Okay, so I've spent a bit of time working on this area here. You can see I've added these hoppers which feed into the dropper, or dispenser rather, and I've made this automatic where I can just press this button, redstone activates the dispenser. We're all good there. So first things first, we have these slime potions of oozing, splash potions of oozing rather. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend a lot of these stone slabs and create a lot of armor stands. Okay, so we've got a stack and 5 armor stands now, and all we have to do is just place loads of them right here. So I think what we'll do is place them on this trapdoor. Now that we've done that, we can close this trapdoor, break these blocks, and we're ready to properly start getting slime balls. So first, all we have to do is go in here and chuck in the splash potion of oozing, which hopefully if we press this button, there we go, they're all affected with the oozing now. Splash bottle of harming is in now, and we just press this button and hopefully, wow, that's a lot of slimes, and my game is very laggy. And I think all we have to do now is just harvest all these. Oh, look at that. There we go. That was insane. That was insane how many slime balls we got from that. Half a barrel's worth of slime in a couple of minutes. I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, like I said, the design for this farm and credit Silent Whisperer is down in the description. I mean, what an insanely good design for a farm. So yeah, I can now craft all of these into the respective slime blocks that we need. And we've already got a stack of slime blocks. I think that's all we need. So, or more than enough rather. We can start work on the subway now. Okay, so the piston bolt is in, it's not connected and the whole fancy system set up yet, but we're going to give it the first test of the return system, so let's try it. Oh, looking good, there we go, right to the end and it gets reset, perfect. So that's where the minecart lands. We're also going to get rid of this one I think as well. And everything's reset, there should be a gap there, yep, it's all looking good. So that's the main bit of infrastructure in, now we just have to have it so it sends me up to the central subway station, which is a fairly simple thing, and then the more complex task is creating the entry system from the east end into the piston bolt. So first test done, looking good, I'm happy with that. I'm going to test it a few more times just to make sure nothing breaks, but it's looking good so far. And as you probably saw, I got some diamonds whilst getting some redstone, which was good, so always a bonus, happy days. But yeah, I'm just going to keep working away. We'll get this system set up and finished. Okay, so I've created the system which sends me on the minecart onto the piston bolt on my way. It's designed slightly differently than the one in the city centre. When I press this button, it dispenses the minecart. I can then jump in and an observer sees when I'm in it, and then it sends me down on my way. Now the reason it's designed like that is so that in the old system, I swear I saw an enderman by the way. In the old system, I need to be very quick to jump in the minecart, and if I miss it, then it sends a signal along the piston bolt, which then triggers it, which because it's out of render distance, it breaks it. It's kind of annoying, but I don't have to worry coming from the east end, and I might adapt this system for that. But it's pretty good. I've not got the cart return set up yet, so I have to break them and then throw them away. But it now works in both directions, which is amazing. So now we're heading back to the east end, and look at that. Up we go. I mean, what a fun little contraption. I'd say that all the time I've spent on this is worth it, by far. And then again, we can just refill this, because again, the dispenser's not being auto-filled. We can then jump in. It sends us on our way. It starts off slightly slower, but in the end, it's quite good. And then there's a detector rail, which checks whether someone is going over on the minecart to then activate the piston bolt. But look at that, we can now whiz back and forth between the east end, the city centre within a matter of seconds. I mean, what an amazing contraption. So yeah, I'm now going to spend some time routing the minecarts to go up there and into this dispenser, which will be quite annoying. I'm not sure how to go about doing that, but we'll figure it out. So let's do that. Okay, so I'd like to say that's the East End subway complete, finished, entirely done. That means we can go both forwards and backwards on the subway. So over here, we're in the East End subway, we press this button, we can then jump into the minecart through the wall, and then it starts us slowly and then sends us on our way to the city centre. What a great contraption. Again, the link for this will be in the description if you want to learn how to make the piston bolt. The rest of the subway system, by all means, I could make a follow-up video on how you do it. And then again, that's us back in the city centre. If we want to go back to the East End, all we have to do is press this button, jump in the minecart, and then it just sends us on our way. I mean, it's such a good thing. It sends us over like 150 blocks in just a couple seconds. It's perfect. And also, when you break the minecart, it then gets sent from the hoppers back into the dispenser through the wall, keeping it nice and full on both sides. So that's everything that we wanted to get done in today's video, and I'm very happy to say that we've done it all pretty well. If you have any suggestions for what I should build in this world, maybe do it in the next video, leave a comment down below. Other than that, thanks very much everyone. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.